the Sony 20mm F1.8. It's quite a good lens. Now the Sony 20mm f1.8 for full frame, it's very wide, it's very fast, and it's actually quite useful for a lot of different scenarios, and I'm gonna quickly talk about what I love about this first. Like the 24mm I reviewed earlier, this lens is compact and lightweight. It comes in at just 373 grams, and it's also built very well. Just like the G Master brother of the 24mm, this also houses a metal construction with weather sealing. It has the custom function button, autofocus toggle, and it also has the D-click aperture switch for the aperture ring. Now this is technically a G lens and not a G Master lens, so the G stands for a balance of high quality and good value, so that usually comes with a little bit of a cheaper price and a smaller body. And technically speaking, a G Master lens is sharper than a G lens, but I'm telling you, there's literally no difference. I'm telling you, this lens is ridiculously sharp. If you're popping it up in a 5K monitor and really zooming in, maybe you'll notice a difference, but this lens is really sharp, and just because of that G badge, you save a few $100s too. Having a really fast ultra-wide lens is just a joy to use, and I argue that every photographer and filmmaker should carry a wide-angle lens. For photos and establishing shots, you're able to get more information into the frame and give better context. And for times you need to punch in a little bit, you can always hit that APS-C mode on your full frame, and now you have almost a 35mm equivalent lens. In terms of photography, I do a lot of street, concert, and landscape, so I'm more run and gun, and I could be on my feet the entire day depending on the shoot. So having a wide lens that's this compact, this small, and this fast is truly a game changer. Nowadays, for my YouTube videos and stuff like that, I like to incorporate some vlogging from time to time, and this lens is great for that as well. I used to have the Sony 24mm, and I currently have the Sigma 24-70, but I just felt that a 24mm was a little bit too restrictive sometimes, especially at arm's length. I'm sorry, I'm not Kevin Durant, I'm sorry. But I found this 20mm to be perfect, as it gives more room for my head, gives more context and field of view for the shot, and a fast aperture like this really allows you to separate yourself from the background with that nice creamy bokeh, or bokeh, bokeh, with that nice creamy bokeh. So right now I am in what, Malibu? This is Topanga. I think it's called Topanga, but right now I'm using the 20mm, so like vlogging stuff like this is like great because you get the whole picture in the frame without having that really distorted face look. So that's really nice compared to like the 24. One thing to note is that this lens is a 67mm filter thread size, which is really common amongst Sony lenses. I know that Tamron uses 67mm, and other Sony lenses like the 24 uses 67. So it's nice that they kept a pretty common filter thread, and 67 in my opinion is the perfect size for Sony mirrorless. If you go anything bigger like an 82 or something like that, then it just becomes too big, And hiking this is a bitch. Holy fuck, we almost made it. It's so far away because this 20mm is so wide, but it's just right there. Finally made it. Photo quality. And like other aspects of this lens, I'm very pleased with this as well. There's essentially no field curvature with this lens that you sometimes see with other ultra-wide lens, and the corner-to-corner sharpness is fantastic as well at wide open at f1.8 and even sharper at f2.8. It's also really well corrected for any flares and any other color abnormalities like fringing. And the minimum focusing distance is surprisingly close as well. I think it's like 18 centimeters, so you can get pretty close to macro shots with an ultra wide angle lens. I found that this 20mm lens is also great for gimbal shots, which isn't really surprising at this point, so you know, this might be a great gimbal lens for you as well. Now, I can't be all positives in a review. I have to talk about some cons, and luckily there's really not much to talk about. The one thing is that this does focus breathe sometimes. This is probably attributable to the fact that this has a really close minimum focusing distance, so whenever you're switching from infinity to your face, to your subject, that can cause the lens to breathe in and out sometimes. But you know, once it does find your face, it locks on and the autofocus is fast and reliable as always. And I know that focus breathing is pretty common for a lot of ultra wide angle lenses, so it's something that you have to deal with, I guess. I think the only lens that has that corrective feature is like the Panasonic 10 to 25mm. And in terms of like the competition, I think the only comparable one is like the Sigma 20mm F1.4, which is a bit bigger. It also has that built-in lens hood, and it also has like the bulb lens front, so you can't really even attach normal NDs and stuff like that. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So yeah, this is the way to go. And that pretty much wraps up my review for this. For $8.99, this is a really high value lens. I really hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to thumbs up. If you like this video, make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. And that's been it. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys, in the next video. Bye.